Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen. This is the shit I've been talking about. This is the shit I've been trying to tell y'all, man. This is it. This is all I needed to see. I'm locked in, chat. I'm locked in, okay? Let me fix this angle, please. Very important things have just been revealed, okay? That's what I need y'all to understand first and foremost. Terriermon's back, okay? And we just I seen it in the comments actually, our boy. So look, I need the headphones because I need to hear this shit with y'all. I got this shit at 4K on my side right now. I only watched this on my phone this morning. So actually this is a first for me. Okay, this is a first for me. Let's lock in, chat. It starts off like this and then it quickly yup. Free camera minimum, right? This was the bare minimum at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like if it didn't have this, we would have had a problem, you know. He said, look, she's talking about how she walking, that sexy walk. I like it. I like it. And so right there, did y'all see that? Let me run it real quick. So we're walking, we're jogging, and then we're running. That's the type of shit I've been talking about, chat. Because whenever you have it like that, that means the traversal, that means the areas that we're moving in are a real size. Does that make sense? I mean, so you see it is a little area based. That is interesting. So it's not a full open world. Not that it needs to be, but I guess let's just keep watching. Oh, could we go to the sides? What was to the sides? Anything? What y'all think? Maybe not. Maybe it's probably to other areas. But you could probably, I think you could go into them stores. You know what I'm saying? Those are gonna be part of the game. You know, areas that you visit. And I'm sure when we go back in time, it'll look different. It'll change up. You know what I mean? That's probably going to be the way that the real world varies. So now we go to the digital world. This one's crazy because in the real world, it's just a bunch of blank NPCs. This one is just NPCs of Digimon, but like they don't feel blank. They feel unique since they're all different Digimon. You know what I'm saying? That alone adds this different level of immersion. So you notice we're going in houses, we're climbing up ladders, that type of shit. Again, I wasn't expecting this much. I will say. And I think this is bare minimum, chat. I really think it's gonna, like, you don't have a slow walk into a jog, into a run of sorts, and there's not a level of a sizable amount of traversal. And I mean that in like a three-dimensional fashion. Like between things are big, there's a lot of distance to cover, but on top of that, there's going to be ways to cover that distance easier, aka mounting. You see what I'm saying? So big areas whenever we're in the real shit, because this is just towns. They're just showing us the little areas that you'll be visiting on your way through those bigger areas. So this is just the small amount. So again, because like you don't have this type of movement and not have some shit going on. Trust me, chat, trust me. I mean, if we just really get into this for just a quick second, now that we've seen what it looks like to walk through that, you kind of have a different perspective now when you see this footage. So there's the buses. Did we see that? We'll go back and look. So this is like a little, we're in some place. Like, where are we at right now? We're on the Underground Railroad, right? So it's not just outside. There'll be a railroad areas. Here comes Titamon coming through the digital gate. Some cut scenes. You see what I'm saying? Like, are you starting to feel it? Look, all them dudes coming out. Look, so we seen that movement right there. So right there, traversal. Look at these big. This is what I was trying to really, what I wanted to, what I was gonna be getting at. This area, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Riding. You know, look at this. Where are we right there? Where are we? It's gonna be, bro. You know what I'm saying? This game is massive. That's really what I'm trying to get at. This game is kind of massive. Like, not like Elden Ring-esque massive in the sense that there's gonna be a lot of variety. Honestly, since it's not a full-blown open world, that actually helps us have some things be humongous, some things be small, some things, you know, and a lot of variations. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could almost think about it. I was gonna say, so if you think of Cyber Sleuth in the way that it had just one like blue main area, but like it did vary quite a bit, like from a structure standpoint, obviously it was still all blue. Kind of almost think of all those situations being unique setups, designs, almost, right? Almost all. Maybe like 75-85% are gonna be like a unique experience traversing through it. Yeah, because they show signature attacks and then they show what's it called, evolution. So really the only new one here, but there's a couple new ones. Not necessarily because we knew all these Digimon were in the game. We just hadn't seen it this close up. Like, we saw Nightmon already, we saw Catch Bombymon already, but this is fire. That's fire, chat. That's fire. And then Emperor Greymon. This one's insane. Boom. Honestly, it's gonna be real exciting seeing like the real strong dudes, their stuff. And so then we have evolution. So this one's different. This one's really interesting in the sense of like, look at the design in the back. I don't know, like, I'm just so hypnotized by Cyber Sleuth's aesthetics that when I see this, it feels so left field to me. It's very neutral in a sense, you know, like, I don't know, I like it, but it doesn't. Typically there's some blue in Digimon and there's like no blue in that, you know what I'm saying? I think that's really all it is, the lack of blue in the evolution sequence. I feel like there's always blue. I'm not gonna check myself on that. It's a feeling, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So looking at this again, I wonder what this whole starting from the up above like this and then transitioning down is about. Can we get to that view? You know what I mean? Okay, so look, you could probably go down that subway. Looks like there's a lot of sort of things you can kind of get into. There's some coffee shop type beat. So I was trying to see if there's gonna be like buses and trucks moving. Nah. Oh, like, cause look, they're not moving over there. So maybe whenever it's moving, it's a cutscene or something. I don't know. There's a lot of humans. Again, they don't really look like you can interact with them. They don't got faces, but there's a lot of them. I can tell you that. They have more presence than Persona NPCs. Like, whenever I think of the subway of Persona 5, they didn't really have any, like, you just walked right through them. These ones you can't walk through them. It didn't look like, right? I'm not tripping, right? Or maybe are we just dodging them? Nah, it looks like it moves you. Yeah. They at least have that. We walk into this room immediately. So this like shows us. This is like showing us that aspect of walking into a room. I don't know, not that it like it's weird, like, but when I first saw that, and then again just now, I was like, it just made me think of old school Pokemon, the 3D pixel art Pokemon, when you just walk into a house. I mean, I guess the new age has it as well. Yeah, I guess the new age has it as well, but like, that's what it made me think of, in the sense that as we're exploring and going around in all these areas, I'm hoping that there's things like that. I could just walk in and all of a sudden there's somebody there, talk to them, they give me a cool item of sorts, something like that. That would be cool. At this scale, right? Because like I think about those old games, but then you put this 3D, you know what I'm saying? You put this smooth movement. Someone on my Twitter that I quoted a tweet. I was like, this movement looks smooth. Someone goes, smooth, this shit looks stiff. Some of y'all rate like scales just be so freaking crazy. How you gonna tell me this looks stiff? I mean, like, there's levels to this. You could, who is that, by the way? You could say it doesn't look that smooth, but to call it stiff, like, I'll show you stiff. Like, what? I'll show you stiff. Come on, dude. I don't know why I'm entertaining it. It's just crazy to me that you always gonna have shit like that. Look at Andromon. What's he doing? Hey, are they gonna be doing that weird shit like that? You talk to them, they have a side quest for you, and I wonder if it's gonna be a case of an obnoxious amount of side quests. There's just like a lot of that to do. I really wonder. Because when I think about this game, I'm trying to understand where do we draw the line before Digimon World, the next Digimon World game, is where that sort of stuff happens. Where it's because you know what I'm saying, like, we haven't had anything like this. Now imagine a world game that's meant to be open world, way more open world. Story games aren't really meant to be super open world. Instances more so. So I'm just like wondering. Anyway, I had to pause it because I don't know his name. But him being a bartender, so hard, bro. I'm gonna need him on my team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I'm at that stage, I'm gonna need him on my team. Oh, he's a freaking dog. I love him. And he got a little Tommy gun. That shit is so tough, chat. Talking about Gatsumon. Nobody cares. Falcomon. So we're back to the Cyber Sleuth Falcomon design. I know that's not Cyber Sleuth Origin, but let me cook. Rather than the Survive one that they went with. Hawkmon and shit. Arukenimon and shit. Agunimon and shit. Flame Dramon. What's his name? Meramon. Oh my god. Meramon, he looked crazy, by the way, chat. Part of what they're trying to show us in this section is the sound effects. Listen to that shit. It's like, because there's usually going to be music playing, but they're trying to showcase, that level of detail they went. At the end of this video, the people, he said, everyone working on the name game. He said, oh my god, everyone working on the name game really loves Digimon, so we've always aimed to make it better and better. And that's what I've been saying. I've been saying that type of shit. Like, that's why they don't just spit these games out, because like they're like, we're not just putting out something. If we're gonna make a game, we're gonna make a game. Typically, in a sense, right? So I don't even know. It took me so long to find that part of the clip. I don't even know why I was looking for it. Anyways, yeah, I'm here. That's kind of all I needed to see. But I'm kind of stuck on this question of like, where do we stop from the level of detail the world's gonna have with this being a story game versus the next Digimon World game. So that you got it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, world games are supposed to be open world. That's where you should just be able to talk to every single Digimon, and they almost all, like 75% of them, have some type of request of sorts, whether it's a side quest, whether they're just asking for an item, something like that. That's where that makes sense, and where we could get to that level of immersion. Now, story games, I think it's in the instances and the puzzles that we're maneuvering and whatnot, that needs to be where the effort was put into the game, right? So I think we should expect a lot, like I was saying, a lot of varied areas, a lot of different puzzles. Whenever you unlock mounting, that unlocks a new sort of realm of gameplay. The guy was saying in the other interviews, the gun has an important part of gameplay. I mean, I was thinking it's just like your Digivice. Maybe it's even more. Again, if the effort in the game is like these little puzzles and shit, plus the combat gameplay, that being the turn-based battle, then I don't know, man. I'm just kind of throwing out some thoughts at this point. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna say for now. Look at that, 2 videos in 1 week. I see you watching. I be chillin', said I'm tryna catch a vibe. If you think I'm funny, then you gotta press subscribe. We just getting started, see me smiling in a while. Hey, leave a comment, tell me how you doing. I'm just tryna lift the mood. Game been going dummy, someone say that he's that dude. Even if you hate me, I'm just happy that you view. Hey.